I'm in Centennial Mall, where students will be taking part of a statewide protest. We'll have live coverage coming up.
Live from the campus of Western Kentucky University, you're watching News Channel 12, where commitment makes the difference.
Welcome to News Channel 12, where we apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm Brenna Hagan.
And I'm Pia Bartlett.
President Donald Trump said he is planning to check on the status of the gold at Fort Knox. Wednesday night, while on Air Force One, Trump said that he would be looking into the gold to, quote, make sure it's all there. He also said if the gold isn't there, we're going to be very upset. Elon Musk also posted his inquiries, saying, who's confirming that the gold wasn't stolen from Fort Knox? Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Elon Musk is currently promising to visit, but a date has not been cemented.
What have you done this week? Federal workers received an email Saturday afternoon from Elon Musk asking this question. This email required employers to give a bullet point list of 5 tasks they completed last week. Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE, have conducted a mass firing of almost 20,000 employees. This email is another piece of this firing, saying government employees who do not respond to the email will be taken as resignation. The email is currently under review by several government agencies, such as the FBI Homeland Security.
Hundreds of workers have been laid off from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, continuing in the mass government layoffs ordered by the Trump administration. An anonymous source told NPR that some fired employees were given less than 2 hours to leave the agency. The agency currently has only 12,000 employees that cover a wide range of specialties, including the National Weather Service and the National Hurricane Center. Though the full effects of these layoffs aren't currently known, they could impact fishing industries, shipping, aviation, and weather prediction accuracy. NOAA Administrator Rick Spinrad said it will take years to truly understand the impact of these staff cuts.
Western Kentucky University is feeling the effects for the closings of the 2 minority fellowships being closed last year. The first program being the Distinguished Minority Fellowship Program, also known as DMF, which helps support and fund graduates and even had employment opportunities for minority students. The other programs that was cut was the Athletics Minority Fellowship Program. This helped fund undergrads and provided administrative experience with WKU student athletes that were interested in career-focused athletics. If it wasn't for the DMF, I would not have gone and gotten my master's degree in psychological sciences, said past DMF member Maria Hernandez.
The recent DEI updates enforced by President Donald Trump has received backlash from universities all around the state, Western Kentucky included. The Kentuckians for Higher Education hosted a statewide day of DEI rallies and protests for all public universities in the state of Kentucky. This took place Friday, the 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is an attempt to stand up against the federal government and its attacks on diversity, equity, and inclusivity, with WKU cutting 2 minority fellowship programs last year. The students are saying no to any more organizations being taken away.
We are now seeing reporter Reed Kirksey outside at Centennial Mall. Reed Kirksey, please give us an update.
As you can see, we do have some students waiting for guest speakers to come up. What we do know is that the protests get in around 3, start around 12 o'clock. This protest is happening statewide. So every public university in Kentucky is having protests today at different times. People are talking about how DEI affects them and what the attacks mean to them personally. There's not much of a police presence on campus right now. There is a bunch of media, but students are gathering and showing how passionate they are about what's going on. We've heard from trans people and disabled veterans. They shared some of their stories on what's going on and how they feel about the DEI attacks. We do have a couple of flags out there. Earlier we did see people waving flags and cheering. We're just listening to music and everything's so fun out here. Thanks guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ree. The weather has been beautiful recently compared to last week, Micah. Is this weather going to stay around?
That it has been, Brenna. We have seen a beautiful week. The last weekend was absolutely beautiful. This week has been mostly beautiful. We've seen a bit of clouds here and there, but as we look outside right now, it continues to be beautiful all across the region as we look towards the current temperatures, which sits into the 60s as of right now. We're at around 65 degrees. Winds are gusting up a little bit west-southwest at 17 miles an hour. Feels like 65, so no wind factor or anything like that. Wind speeds as we see the rest of the region, 16 in Elizabethtown, 21 as we go towards the west, towards Greenville and Henderson, 21 up in Lewisport, Indiana. Those temperatures across the region, 65 in Bowling Green, 68 out in Greenville as we push over towards the east, 62 in Springfield and 61 in Monticello. As of right now, we're looking into the 60s all across the region. As for the current radar, don't worry, it is moving right now as we are, it's not seeming like it's moving as of right now, and we're going to continue to see our satellite and radar be pretty clear like this as we go throughout these next 24 to 48 hours. As for the weather headlines, what we're going to talk about in just a little bit in my full forecast, beautiful conditions are to continue on as we go throughout the rest of the time. Clear skies remaining into the weekend, and the pattern becomes unsettled. I've got more on that in my full forecast. Guys?
Thank you, Micah. And are the price of eggs ruffling your are the prices of eggs ruffling your feathers? We'll have a look into the rising cost after this break.
I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Businesses in the U.S. are facing egg shortages and are looking for a new supply past our borders. The American Farm Bureau Federation says Turkey is the only country to get eggs outside of the U.S. Turkey will export around 5 million eggs this year, which is the most Turkey has ever produced. Experts say even though the eggs are still being mass-produced, it will not make up for the shortage of eggs in America, especially if the bird flu is to continue spreading at its current pace. Roughly around 200 egg-laying birds have died from the avian flu in the U.S. since 2022. The Bureau of Labor Statistics say a large dozen of egg prices have reached $5. Egg prices are rising this year another 20%.
Even people here in Bowling Green are feeling the effects of prices rising. Reporter Lydia Doty visited a local business to find out more. Joni Warren.
Increase in egg prices in the United States, raising prices from $3 to $6 per carton. JD's Bakery, a local business here in Bowling Green, gives their perspective on how businesses are dealing with high egg prices.
The biggest difference is obviously there's not enough profit. There's not as much profit left at the end of the day. We haven't had necessarily noticed a shortage, but I do have to go to other stores to find eggs sometimes. We have adjusted some of the things we make. We don't make quite as frequently because it takes a lot of eggs.
Joni said that they will raise their prices on egg-based products so they can keep their business afloat.
There's only so much that you can absorb because butter's gone up, chocolate's doubled, everything has gone up, and eggs were kind of the final straw to make us raise the prices just a little bit. You have to think about things a little bit more and watch. You have to be more careful so that there's no waste, because now it costs more to waste an egg than it used to. But as far as the future, I'll probably just carry on.
As prices continue to rise, the U.S. will try to keep a steady stock and healthy flocks. Reporting from News Channel 12, I'm Lydia Doty.
As Bowling Green grows, many people are wondering, where does the city go from here? Reporter Ashlyn Hernandez got the details on a group getting the answers.
So basically what we're doing is looking at what Bowling Green is going to look like in 25 years.
Many people are wondering, but some people took that wondering into their own hands. What could Bowling Green be is taking planning ahead one step further. And it's the people of the city in charge.
Rather than just having city officials and local officials tell us, okay, this is what Bowling Green is going to look like in 25 years, the thought was, let's engage the community so that the community has a voice and a say in what Bowling Green looks like, what are the things that we want to see, the things we don't want to see, how does Bowling Green progress in 25 years from the eyes of the people that are living here.
This is a community-based project to help Bowling Green grow and improve the way the people of the city think it should. They are taking everyone's ideas, big or small.
So it was just literally an imagination of, we all think about what could certain things be. So what could Bowling Green be? Let's not limit ourselves and say, oh, we can only be this or we can only be that. We've had people say something as simple as, we want Trader Joe's here in Bowling Green.
Many big names in town are getting involved, including Western Kentucky University. Dearborn highly suggests students and staff should play an active role in this planning.
We're looking at Bowling Green and Warren County as a bigger piece of the pie, but WKU is also going to be affected by this. The more people that come in means the more students, the more families that will come in. So the university, by extension, is probably going to grow based off of the doubling of the city of Bowling Green. So it's important that WKU is part of this conversation as well.
While they are looking into parking and roadways, they are also preserving Bowling Green history.
The goal is never to get rid of the history, but to build around the history, to protect the history, to find ways to reinvigorate.
You can add more suggestions to the website until March 17th to be heard. For News Channel 12, I'm Ashlyn Hernandez.
You can visit their website to add suggestions at whatcouldbebg.com.
All right, Reed, can you give us an update of what's going on out there?
So thanks for agreeing to interview with me. So we talked a little bit. So you are a freshman.
Yes.
So how will the DEI affect the rest of your years at the university?
Yeah, for sure. My word. Being erased is very, very disheartening, honestly. And then also just knowing that, especially in archaeology, we focus on queer studies, we focus on the difference, acknowledging trans people, and just seeing that work will be erased as I go on if this bill passes. It's very sad to see, just as a person in the community and also as someone being educated. I feel very supported. I'm very happy by the turnout, and it makes me happy to see that in a community where we are worrying about stuff like this, that we have people come together.
Sorry for those technical difficulties, and weather forecaster Micah Henson will be back to give us that full look at weather.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
Welcome back to News Channel 12. We continue to look at our temperatures into the 60s right now, 65 in Bowling Green, out in 68 for Greenville, so still generally into those 60s across the region. We're going to get even closer to the 70-degree mark for much of the map there. As we look towards current radar, still nothing going on out there for our satellite and radar. And as we continue on towards our future radar, as we go into tonight, you could see a little bit of a solar, a lot of the planets aligning as we go throughout tonight, as Mercury is going to go along with the rest of the 6 planets. And as we go throughout the future radar going into our Saturday, we are going to gain a few clouds out there that's going to continue to be giving us a little bit of shade as we go throughout our Saturday. Moving into our Sunday, we're going to continue to see those clouds shuffle out of the area, bringing us a little bit more lighter clouds for our Sunday. But what we're really looking at is as we go further into the long term, which is that rain that we could be seeing later on into our Wednesday and Thursday around the midweek of next week. We'll get the little bit of a broader view here, bringing it around Tuesday. And then as we get into our Wednesday, that's when that widespread and not very isolated chance for rain, maybe even some thunderstorms once we get into Thursday. That could be on the stronger side. Of course, we've got a lot of time before then, but of course, we're going to continue to see rain all across our Wednesday and our Thursday, though we will see a few breaks here and there. Then we bring in our Thursday with clouds all around, and then we move further into our time here, and we are just looking at future rain totals between about 3/4 of an inch to about an inch and a half, for all of the Commonwealth. As for our area, we're ranging between about an inch to an inch and a quarter across the region, and we have not seen a deficit in our rain. Only deficit we see right here is today, but as for our month and our year since January 1st, we are over 3 inches in our departure. And as we look towards tomorrow, it's going to be very similar to what we saw today, just slightly chilly, just below average, 44 degrees for 8 a.m., 47 all 11 a.m., and then we continue through. Well, what's the season of in Kentucky right now? We are looking that we're into the 3rd winter as of right now, very soon, but we're in the spring of deception. And as we look towards our 7-day forecast, we continue to be into that spring of deception as we're going to be into the 50s for our Saturday, right around 68 for today, 50 for Saturday. Then we trend a little bit lower, 48 for Sunday. And then we head into the new week, 57 degrees on Monday, 65 come Tuesday, 61 for Wednesday, with those rain chances coming on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we bring in 51 degrees, so a very mild week to come up. Stick around, we've got Extra Point coming up next.
Bring it.
Oh, he's on fire.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. How about some one-on-one? I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome to News Channel 12 Sports. I'm Will Gerber, and that's Gus Warren.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. We're not yelling at each other this time.
Well, not yet. You never know how things can go. But it's high school basketball. We've got the district tournament, and we'll get right into those highlights for you. You can bring them up for us. First up, maybe. Let's see. We got our highlights loaded? Uh-oh. All right, there we go, maybe. Rowdy fans, this is a boys' game. We'll pivot. As you can see, Jace Wardlow getting the tip on that one. Here we go. On the other end, South gets one swiped away by Jace Wardlow, finds Carpenter, and Banks is here to clean up the miss. This is why you always have someone follow your shot. And then we have the nice little aesthetic shot right there. Braylon Banks at it again. Shively doesn't want the smoke, but Griffin Raridan does. He draws the offensive foul, and we're going the other way. And Gus, look at this. Little drummer boy has entered the scene. I didn't think it was Christmas time. I thought it was February. Yeah. Here's Bryce Button on the other end. Yes. This is why you always follow your shot, Camden Page. Yes, exactly. Here's another example of fundamentals. Lay it up if you don't know you can dunk it or not. But here is Braylon Banks. Again, swept through the lane. He uses that glass for the two. Now here's Deuce Bailey, your quarterback. Watch this pass. He's even doing quarterback stuff in February. I can't believe it. And we can't forget Nacho DJ Leroy Jenkins.
That was a fire. And that was the boys' side of it, the district championship we played tonight. Let's move on to the girls.
Let's go. Wake it up. Wake it up.
Those are. That's a
preview of Tyler's package.
Yeah,
let's get into that. We might as well. Tyler Fernandez caught up with some Greenwood Gators that put their names into the rafters. He has the story now.
Stranger to greatness.
Let's go. Let's go. Wake it up. Wake it up.
And for two Greenwood Gator basketball players,
should be a notch quicker here. Should be a little quicker here.
They have quickly added to that success. Both Nick Simpson,
launch for the three, Simpson left wing, good!
And Asher Pettis.
Pettis in the paint, goes up for two, and lays it in! Nick Simpson, you have company!
I like how you mentioned student section. All my buddies did come out to see me. It was awesome to see all of them lined up like that, the poster and everything they did for me.
Both Simpson and Pettis became the 10th and 11th Greenwood boys basketball players to be named to the 1,000-point club.
It was amazing. Obviously, it was on a loss, which, hurts a little bit, but it's still a cool accomplishment. It's been something I've been wanting to do my whole career here at Greenwood, and as soon as I got it, there was lots of happiness, and I was really glad we got the win as well.
And there's no doubt from the eyes of head coach Will McCoy
that was a good group. That was a good group.
That he is proud to add two more players to the list.
It's a great accomplishment that's seen as an individual thing, but really a testament to their teammates as well of being so willing to play through those guys the last 3 years.
Here we go, right into perfection, right into perfection.
They both joined Ben Carroll and Gators legend Cade Stinnett as the four players to be on that list in Coach McCoy's tenure.
Cade was such an elite player here, and so was his team. The 21-22 team was really good. So to be a part of that, his legacy is really cool to hear.
For Coach, it has been a testament to everything that they have worked for over their 4 years of being on the Gators basketball team.
You don't become a 1,000-point scorer because you've had a good year, you've had a good career.
Even though their time as Greenwood basketball players is over, the legacy they leave behind will last a lifetime.
Be an elite company like that, it's amazing.
For the extra point,
chicken bacon ranch pizza.
I'm Tyler Fernandez, and I'll see you at Greenwood High School with that pizza.
What a great story by the quality broadcaster right there. I saw exactly. I saw Cade Stinnett in there. He's a Hilltopper now. He's hurt this year. He hasn't seen much of the floor, but Gus, you were at the game last night, the girls' district championship. What do you think about that one?
I mean, that was it was a good game. It was hard-nosed, very defensive game. If you were a fan of defensive football like the Rams and the Patriots in the Super Bowl, I mean,
I don't think anyone was a fan of that game.
Yeah, but I mean, they scored more points than that. And it was probably by 3 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was 14-14 at halftime, but we were entertained. You didn't even need nachos last night.
I didn't need nachos last night.
He didn't even need his nachos.
You know, I was just kind of sitting there, just vibing.
We got a big one tonight, though, at the arena. Warren Central Bowling Green. There's nothing better than it. Who you got? Quick pick.
I'm going to go with the Dragons. Who about you?
Wow. I'm taking Bowling Green. I don't think Central cares enough about this district championship to, win it. But we'll see what happens in a couple weeks in Diddle Arena. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have for sports. Be sure to tune in to catch me and this guy at 3 p.m.
We
on
might
the
yell at
Extra
each
Point.
other.
Maybe.
Just maybe.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's a white people thing. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Today marked the end of Black History Month, and the WKU forensics team put on a special showcase to celebrate. Reporter Jonah Johnson got the story.
This past Wednesday, the WKU forensics team took center stage for their annual Black Excellence Showcase, a night dedicated to amplifying Black voices through the power of performance.
The Black Excellence Showcase means a lot to me. Just getting out there and telling my story, my message, the biggest thing as a competitor or as a performer is hearing not only that people love what I'm performing, but they learned something.
4 team members shared their powerful stories, ranging from persuasive speeches to dramatic monologues, each shedding light on issues facing the Black community.
Art is often thought of as an act of creation. But for Black artists working under the gaze of white authority, seeking to silence or commercialize us, it is equally an act of resistance. My specific dramatic interpretation piece is about the story of James Baldwin, and it's about how he was writing under this white supremacy, essentially, system that wouldn't really give him that creative liberty. I want people to watch this dramatic interpretation, to watch this performance, and to know that it's okay to walk away, because I honestly don't think anything is worth like sacrificing your truth and your art for the sake of being presented a different way or to be toned down or sanitized. Say it how you want to say it, and if there's somebody telling you that it's not right or it's not presentable, leave.
These performances weren't just words. They were calls to action, challenging audiences to listen, reflect, and engage.
I think the most important part of telling the story is the people who are receiving the story. With the rise of short form content and just information being blasted at us at an absurd pace, we rarely ever stop and really consider all sides of a story. And for there to be a program on campus that rewards and encourages us to do so, I think that that's very important for all the young adults on campus. Because one of the most important parts of becoming an adult is learning to understand what you are consuming and understand what information is actually being given to you.
Through artistry and advocacy, the WKU Forensics team continues to use their voices for change, one performance at a time.
The forensics teams have events coming up. Be sure to check out their Instagram and find out what's next.
And unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today.
Thank you for making News Channel 12 your source for news.